So how many of you guys are into Halloween? Whoo, girl, I love some Halloween. Anyways, this is a viewer's request and I thought it would tie in perfectly to a Halloween theme. Why was I ghosted? I did make 3 piles for you to choose from. Your timestamps, ways to book with me, ways to donate to the channel, join me on Patreon, and check out my gift shop. All the information is in the description box below. Of course, listen to your intuition, pause the video if you need more time to make a decision, and I will see you at your pile. All right, pile number 1. So why were you ghosted? Really immediately, this is an energy that kind of hits me in a way of a player, of somebody who had somebody on the side, didn't want other people to find out about you in this connection. Their intentions, I don't feel like, were to get involved in a serious connection anyways. It is very possible that they came around just to manipulate you out of something. When all this fire here, it makes me think that there was, a sexual kind of thing here. Maybe you were manipulated in that direction. But this King of Ghosts, I think it's interesting because we're asking why we were ghosted. It's like he is the king of ghosting. I firmly believe that. I think that there was a lot for this person to lose. Okay, he's not even the committed type. Okay, this is why I'm feeling like there was more than one option. There was more than just you, and he wasn't trying to have you finding out about the others or vice versa, which is, I know it's upsetting to hear. The thing is that the king of ghosts in reverse is a manipulator. He's an emotional, mental manipulator. Again, he will do whatever he needs to do to get what he wants out of like any situation. Okay, he can come across as somebody who is sometimes moody, but ghosting is in his nature. Okay, he's definitely not the kind of person that wants to take responsibility for his own actions. Okay, so if he were to get caught up in this little thing that he was doing, he would definitely not take responsibility for it. Okay, he's a person that's better off like blaming outside like the outside influences here. Like he would put the blame on other people and say things like oh well, she wasn't fulfilling my needs, so I had to go get my needs met somewhere else, that kind of thing. And but overall, this is not a person that is firm in who they are. They're not firm in how the things they even want in their life. Okay, but they're really good at blaming others for their problems. Okay, this energy does carry some kind of abusive past, but they put their faults and their blames on other people. Okay, and I have to be honest with you. When I see this black cat, normally that black cat has this this reputation for being bad luck, and when a black cat crosses your path, you're gonna have so many years of bad luck and stuff like this. But in this energy, I feel like this person has crossed your path to really kind of give you a bit of a wake-up call, okay? To kind of help you see the more authentic parts of yourself, what you do and do not want in your life here. So think about this as an encounter that's going to be bringing you clarity, good luck, things like this here, okay? Again, because this is not the Emperor in reverse. Normally when we talk about the Emperor upright, we're talking about a man who is solid, he's committed, he's ready for that commitment, okay? But here we are, we're like, you know, I just want to have my cake and eat it too, kind of thing, you know? And in here, see, this is the risk he's not willing to take. I think that maybe the two of you had a connection. You guys got together very, you know, that connection that kind of rushed up on him, and he thought, oh, you know, I don't want other people to find out about this. So this is why he ghosted. He ran away because it was getting maybe too hot and heavy. I was feeling down in here, maybe it's just too hot and heavy. But again, it was just, he got what he wanted and bounced. You get me? So like, this is a card that talks all about the temptation, the desire. Okay. This is also like that sacred fruit. Okay. You know how they talk around this time of year, it's like that bobbing for apples and stuff like that. And but this also talks about how much of a risk are you willing to take to have this connection. And it's also saying a lot about him. How much of a risk is he willing to put in to have this connection? You get what I'm saying? So like, it's like, for you, I don't want you putting all your eggs in one basket with this person, because and really it's about you putting all your apples in one basket. You don't want to do that. And I don't think this is what this person was wanting to do either, was putting his apples all in one basket. I think he's wanting to explore, see other options. But again, it's like, I have to keep this, there's a secret in here. It's like I have to keep some of this in a secret, okay? That's the underlying humming energy that I'm really getting from this energy, okay? So this also talks about, you know, not really wanting to make any kind of changes in his or her personal life here. And this can be tying back right into you, you know, how much, if you're noticing like a pattern of people like this in your life, you know, are you willing to change something about yourself to start pulling in a different kind of person? You get what I'm saying? If you find yourself like attracting the same kind of player, the same kind of person that just comes in your life and then ghosts you, then there's obviously a time like now would be the time for you to kind of do some inner work and start asking yourself, why am I continuously attracting this kind of person in my life here? Okay, so let's go into this. Okay, because for me, this is like we're trying to force things to happen. It's important that you remember that you can't force much to happen here, okay? So going into this card, this is really about the African and voodoo religion, okay? And you know, the story goes, you know, how the practitioner would bring part of the soul of somebody else and put it into another body here, okay? A decaying body. It doesn't fit. It shouldn't be in there. But this is like choosing partners that are very equal to you. And of course, this is another card that talks about the manipulation, okay? Of course, somebody else's soul doesn't belong into somebody else's decaying body. That's what this energy is saying. So kind of take this and apply it to your life. Not that there's a decaying body, but okay, you understand what I'm saying, right? but really choosing a partner that is very equal to who you are. And changing and this is also talking about the change, because this is saying that there's something that needs to be changed within you, so you stop attracting the manipulating type of person, okay? So maybe it is about your standards. Maybe it is about taking it slow and keeping control over your emotions and not letting your emotions run away with you. You know, let things unfold fairly naturally, so that you have time to catch those red flags. Okay. going into this energy, this is like, now this to me can make me feel like maybe this person wasn't ready for a commitment because of things that had gone on in their past. Or again, you know, maybe they were the ones responsible for making either maybe there were bad decisions in their past that would cause relationships to break up and crumble like that, okay? But there's troubles in the past here, okay? And this person is probably still hanging on this, but this also talks about, you know, their own personal setbacks. But this is also a card of like forgiving and learning and letting go of the past. So if there are things, if you're still hung up on this person and you're, you're waiting for them to call or whatever, this is really kind of just telling you it's time to let go. Just forgive this person. It's obviously not a comfortable fit in that zombies energy. Ew, God, just the thought of that. I'm sorry, these are Halloween cards, but just the thought of that, you know, really think about it, guys. But the reason why you were ghosted was because this is just a person who, just a manipulator. Okay, they weren't ready for anything serious here. Okay, they weren't ready to be tied down. And I feel like with this mask sitting here, it's like he has something to hide. You know, this is a person who definitely has to take responsibility for their own life, and I think you should do the same, you know. So I don't know. This is a little bit hot and heavy, a little bit uncomfortable for me. I have to be honest with you. Okay. It just, to me, it doesn't feel like this person was willing to put any risk. Maybe because they didn't see the reward in it. You know, that's kind of the feeling that I get. So it's just easier for them to kind of manipulate you and make you feel the way you needed to feel, get what they wanted from you, that kind of thing, okay? So you're better than that. Your standards are higher than this. Make sure that you stand in your power, okay? But let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this, and make sure to give the video a thumbs up. I'll see you guys on our next video. Bye. Alright, pile number 2. So why were you ghosted? Pile number 1 and pile number 2 are connected definitely today, which is really interesting because I was talking about the mask in pile 1, and I don't know, there's a slight difference in this though. For me in this energy, it just hits me in a way where again, we're dealing with somebody that is a bit immature. They probably, you know, this is the thing that gets me really frustrating in energies like this, is that, you know, when you meet somebody and you feel this connection with somebody, if they're not necessarily interested in a long-term committed relationship right now, it doesn't make sense to me why they don't come right out and just say it, instead of saying, you know what, I'm not interested right now, but maybe in the future. Or they give you kind of like the backstory of what they've been through and why they're taking their time, or, you know, why is it so difficult to just come right out and say that, you know, instead of like being so immature and ghosting out, you know, really. And when people do that, that is just a sign of like how immature and insecure they actually are, you know. I mean, this would save everybody so much trouble if they were just open and honest with each other, right? And then we wouldn't have pick a cards. Why was I ghosted? You would know up front why this person is not communicating with you or not ready. All they have to do is tell you, right? I'm just not ready for it. But I think it is, because in this page of bats, this is like, you know, this is difficult. and for some people, it's difficult information to deliver or say to say to somebody, like, listen, I really like you, but I'm not looking for anything committed or long term, blah 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 blah. That would hurt somebody. But this is definitely a lot of immaturity, lots and lots of immaturity. I don't think they even had the real intention on really starting something serious here. Again, these two energies sitting side by side, they may have made you feel like, yeah, we're good together. Let's do something. I'm seeing a bright future with you, but that's not. This is like right where they ghost you. Maybe things did feel too hot and heavy for them or whatever, but holy cow, it would just spare everybody the headache. Just be upfront. Like, gee whiz, man. Anyways, I could write a book. I'll just write you guys a book, pile number 2, okay? 9 of Pumpkins. So, for me, it's a lack of seeing a lot of things. And for me, it's like, some of this is like, a lot of this to me is just giving me this feeling of like, that self-worth. Normally, in this kind of energy, you know exactly who you are. You don't settle for anything less. The story goes, this is normally a falcon, but she can sell her falcons for a very high rate because she knows her self-worth. She knows that her product is good. I just don't think that they saw it and they wanted it and they didn't value you. And this to me makes me feel like that hustler. That's a hustler's mentality. It's just very unsettling for me. This to me is giving me that inner work feeling too, and I think it's for you watching this too. Okay, there's something coming through with that, but I'll come back around. Okay, but this is like all, being a part of the team and working together and collaborating, and it's obvious what this person has done. Okay, it's very, very honest. Again, it is a sneaky kind of feel, just not being open and honest. And truth be told, that is the reason why you were ghosted here in this energy, is because they just weren't ready. They weren't mature enough to even communicate that to you. Okay, all they have to do is tell you from the get-go. I mean, it's only in fairness. It really is. Instead, I think it was easier for them to just kind of slip out the back door, and not show any emotion. I think they were trying to hide that too. It's very possible in this energies, but I don't know. It gets me a little upset when I see this, when somebody is just not living authentically, not living true to themselves. This is what these two energies talk about. This person definitely they don't even know who they are as a person. They don't know what they want in life. They have no goals, no dreams, no aspirations. And I'm sure a majority of you watching this video, you want a person that is very authentic. You want a person that has their head on their shoulders. They know what they want. They're goal-oriented. They got their feet on the ground, but they got that drive for life to make things happen in their life. And for me, I just feel like this is not the person that you would want to be with anyways, if that makes sense. So, and this energy too, for you watching, this is like you being honest with yourself, asking yourself, what do you really want in a connection? Do you want somebody who still sleeps on their mom and dad's couch in the basement? Or do you want a businessman or a businesswoman, or somebody who can take care of a family and take care of business all at the same time? Action-oriented person, goal-oriented person, somebody who's just who's got it. You get what I'm saying? Who's able to communicate that to you. You know, I'm going to tell you what I want, and this is how I want it, and how I want it to happen. You know, they're very, as a matter of fact, this is the kind of people that you want in your life, okay? But this is also about you getting in touch with yourself, knowing yourself, illuminating your truths, and so on and so forth, okay? These two energies are really cool, and they're really cool when they come out together. So, to really kind of break this down, and this is a direct message to you, in this witch and the cauldron, and it's kind of funny because a witch does use a cauldron, okay? So, I talked about this card before, but the witch is the catalyst for change, okay? So you are the witch in this energy, but you have to be the one that makes the changes within themselves, and it's just a matter of you getting honest with yourself, okay? Of course, she has all her herbs and her spices and whatever she needs, and she puts it all in her cauldron, right? It's really how this to me, standing side by side, this is about personal growth, okay? You're the weaver of the changes in your life here, okay? And when you can weed out the weasels and the immature people, you will find yourself with new friends, new opportunities. You're quickly able to detach from people that do you wrong. You stop attracting people into your life that are players, or just really immature, because this is so immature back there, okay? But in this energy, this is like combining a variety of like the techniques, maybe it is with like affirmations, or doing things to help improve your self-esteem in your self-worth, things like this, because this is like all about the best possible outcome that you could have, okay? But this is about you doing what it takes to make it happen, okay? This together is like about making healthy decisions for yourself, but this is about starting from the inside out, okay? Well, hello, come back here. And this is really like, for me, this is like giving yourself the best option, okay? You want to take the best option. Like this person here is making you second or third best. No, you're not having this in your life anymore. You're going for the best option, okay? You want the best person in your life, the best friendships, okay? But it is not settling, okay? In this energy, we don't settle. We don't settle for anything less than, okay? You know your worth, you know your boundaries, you respect yourself, and you're basically teaching people how to treat you. You get me? Okay? So, with that being said, let this player go be a player. Let them ghost you. You know why? Because you're much better than this. You're much better than this. You don't need to be sitting around wandering and waiting and wandering and waiting. Why? You just kind of put your day and your whole entire life on hold for somebody? No, life is too short. You need to be out there. You need to be working on you, going after your dreams, your goals, and all the things that are going to make you happy. Because if you're putting your happiness to the side, waiting for this bozo to show back up, is a waste of life, right? So, no more wasting life. Alright guys, I love you bunches. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this. And make sure to give the video the thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Holy guacamole, what is happening in pile number 3? So why were you ghosted? I have never seen this before, and I'm literally sitting here with the chills, and I'm so excited about this energy. Okay, first of all, this was a huge learning opportunity for you, okay? Cycles, death twice, okay? And then we're talking about more cycles, more patterns. We have a few major arcanas on this board. Okay, so what all of this is telling me, including the Hierophant. Okay, let's go there. This encounter with this person was to teach you so much about yourself right now. It is gonna be up to you to understand that this was a valuable lesson. Okay, now. This was definitely a test of your self-worth. All three of the piles are connected today. I'm just gonna flat out say it, and it's been amazing how this has played out today. It's interesting. But we have the Empress, the Queen of Pumpkins, the Empress. Here, let's move you on over there. The Queen of Pumpkins, okay? The biggest lesson that you're taking away from this is that this person should have shown you that you are worth everything. You are worth so much more than this poor behavior. Because I'm going to explain to you what's going on underneath as to the exact reason why they ghosted you. Okay, but the takeaway message in this cycle should have been that you understood and you finally realized that you are somebody who knows their worth. I swear I'm a broken record today. But you know your worth and you're doing what's best for you from now on. I think this should be a wake-up call. This was a test of how exactly you treat yourself. Do you allow poor behavior in your life? Where are your standards? Where is your self-respect? This should have shown you something. Like, it should be like that big smack in the face. So are you gonna settle for second best, or are you gonna start putting yourself first? Are you gonna make sure that the next person to come into your life isn't trying to take advantage of you, manipulate you in some way, shape, or form? Are they standing in the way of your dreams, your goals, your life? Are they suppressing you in some kind of way? You know, there's just so much to have learned from this. This was it's screaming. Cycles. With the Death card out twice, we're talking about doing away with old habits in yourself. We're talking about out with the old, in with the new, okay? Maybe it is that you've been attracting the same kind of person, friendships, co-workers, different kind of relationships into your life over and over again. Hopefully you are seeing the pattern. Okay? Because then it becomes up to you to how you change this pattern, okay? This was a teachable moment, and it should be pushing you towards that inner work here. This should be illuminating some kind of aha moment inside of you, telling you that there's something within you that you've noticed, that you keep attracting the same kind of thing here, okay? Gosh, this is so nuts. It's all about cycles. The cycle's ending. And hopefully, the only thing I can say is hopefully you see the pattern, because this will all come back around again. All of it will come back around again here, okay? Not with the same person though. This person has gone. They are gone. They got what they wanted from you, and they bounced, okay? Pile 1, 2, and 3, the same thing over and over again. But they were able to get what they wanted, and they moved on, okay? I don't feel like, to be quite honest, I don't feel like they were feeling this connection. There were definitely some things that they were hiding. They were not being authentic. They were not being truthful. They were not being honest with you. Again, they probably gave you the feeling that they were really in it and serious about it, but the underlying energy is that they weren't, okay? They weren't. They probably have taken things from you. They probably have manipulated you in some way, shape, or form here too. I feel it. I feel it in here. And I get it. In this energy, this is disappointment. This is sadness. That feeling of abandonment, that feeling of just withdrawing, and you're wondering why he pulled away, why he ghosted, and but this is about you moving on from this, okay? This is showing you the courage that it's going to take for you to stand in your power and walk away from it. And when the test comes back around, you're going to be like, no, I recognize this. I recognize this. And I'm not going to fall back into this cycle again. Like, at this point in the ball game, I just feel like if you feel like this person's a player, a user, a gold digger, a whatever, then you're going to be able to stop this cycle and be like, you know what? I deserve better. I deserve better here, okay? Now, they still do watch you. They still do watch you in this energy, okay? But they're not authentic. They're not authentic at all, okay? They probably, in some way, I feel like this could have been an online thing where maybe you met this person at like I don't want to say Match.com, I don't know, whatever dating sites are out there. There's so many of them. But I feel like maybe this person was portraying themselves as somebody who was wealthy, you know, or they just seem to have their life together. On social media, people portray themselves to be everything that they're not, okay? And I think for some of you guys, you may have been manipulated out of money in this, okay? Maybe this was a user, somebody, a scam artist, somebody who intentionally did this with no intention on starting a serious, committed relationship with you, okay? They, like I said, they got what they wanted from you and they bounced. They moved on. They moved on. This to me is falling in line to your energy as well. This is about you realizing that you're not putting up with this behavior and you yourself are moving on. But you're looking for somebody who's ready for that, you know. I just heard something sneak over my shoulder, guys. Sorry about that. It'll come back around, hopefully. Hopefully that'll come back around. Okay? Anyways. But what I was saying is this person wasn't ready for commitment, right? Any kind of serious union or anything like that. But for me, again, a lot of this was to teach you something. This was about your spiritual wisdom, okay? This was to help you learn more about your intuition as well. That's what it was. They said over my shoulder, listen to their intuition. Okay, I heard it. I just repeated it to you guys. But this was a lot about you guys learning to trust yourself. This was about you being authentic to yourself. And you know, when you are authentic to yourself, you know your self-worth, your standards are high, it's easy to walk away from garbage like this. It is. Like, you see the red flags and you're like, nope, I'm out of here. You know, you don't, when you're standing so firm in your self-worth and your self-respect, it's like no big deal. Yeah, you're fine as hell, you're beautiful as hell, but you don't seem to have a stable job or a stable income, or, oh, you're living in your mama's house? No, sorry. Like, it's okay to walk away from that, and you're not going to settle. And this is what the cycle has taught you, okay? And so much more. Like I was explaining to you earlier, there are things that are being whispered to you that need to be addressed. Okay, your spirit guides have been trying to show you something on top of this general energy. There's more going on here, but in order for you to break this cycle, you're gonna have to look inside. Okay, this is what this energy is definitely calling you to do. It's about putting an end to just putting up with anything, ignoring your red flags, okay? And then anything else in your intuition. There's other things in your intuition, like I'm telling you. So start listening to yourself. Start trusting yourself. Get to know yourself here on a very, very deep level here, okay? Because this energy too is about that deep inner knowing, okay? So, in a way, you were ghosted, okay, for the obvious, to teach you a lesson, but now you can work through this, and you could be thankful that it's taught you something. So let him bounce, because he's not who he says he is. He's not serious about anything, you know, and continue to carry on in this Queen of Pumpkins and your Empress energy, okay? Move on. That's what these energies are saying. Move on, because you can do better. You can find better, okay? Don't let people try to play with your head and your heart. It's too fragile. I don't want to say fragile, but, you know, it's easy to manipulate, especially if you're looking for love. You get what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, but you guys let me know what's going on here. What other things has been in your heart, like what else is your intuition trying to tell you when it comes to what you've been needing to learn here? But let me know in the comments, okay? And make sure to give the video a thumbs up if this has resonated with you. I'll see you guys in our next video. Love ya. Happy Halloween. Bye.